Wagwan boys, what we saying? So obviously I'm going through a lot of my stuff. I'm going through my Keybase, so I'm gonna walk through, make sure where's my mix control? Mix control's not here. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Am I gonna have to do this every time? Oh, I'll find another way. Okay, if I go like that, I can show the mix control. Yeah, I can. Right. So obviously this was made just as a little drum beat. I'll solo it for you because this is what I showed. So if we go inside, we can see that there's a lot of velocity changes, but at the same time there's not. Like you can see down here that a lot of it's, you know, sliding for the hi-hats. You see it here. You know, giving the effect of coming down, coming back up. That's why I did it. But with this, which is what I showed on the screenshot, it's very, very simple. If I mute the hi-hats for you, you can just hear. See, a lot of it's layered. You can see here, they're on top of each other. It's just to give it that a little bit more oomph. Because if I take them out, for example, say do that, and just listen to the first. And you compare it to this, and it sounds a lot more full. Like even if I get the part that's like, say I get rid of all these, well, even if I got rid of all these, it just sounds wrong because the snare layers the kick in the same way that the kick layers the snare. Like it's a bit hard to find where they're meant to be. Like this would just sound weird. Get what I mean? When I added the kicks as layer in it gave it a lot more that full energy. So this little sample, again I'll solo this for you. This is a sample that I found on one of my drum packs. I think it was one of my old ones because I didn't really lock in with drum kits back then. Yes, I am recording this ahead of time. Shh, just between you and me. But yeah, it's not originally like that. It's stretched so it can fit into the BPM that I did, which is 87. And it makes it in a really weird key to put whatever this is. The 808. It's a regular bass, but it's so low that it's basically an 808. So we pull these. But there's no real spark, and I think the spark comes in this. Which, if I am not mistaken, has a nothing on it actually. I thought it did. Never mind. Oh, it does. I was looking at the wrong thing. Right, it's got a Valhalla Extreme, which is this plugin, which is a free one that I already had as evidence in my program list from this week. I didn't want it to be crazy, which is why the mix is 50. I haven't put it like up anymore. The delay's just clear. There's no warp. Feedback's 50. It's just a very basic version of this plugin. I haven't done anything crazy to it, but the thing that's crazy that I really like is this child tape model, and it adds that I don't even know what, like, I can't describe the sound for you. It makes the sparkles just bounce way more in a way that's just not fluid. So it just gives it that, like, it just sounds beautiful. It's just what I got from that. But with these, if I mute everything else, these are just, yeah, just little licks in the background. The thing is with Analog Lab is that it's very hard to mix these because they're very naturally good sounding sounds already. And as you probably notice here, which I believe is my bass, I just added a small EQ to block the high end and the low end with a little cut and shelf. It just makes it less muddy, and a little bit of chorus using the top chorus. It's a very oh no, this is the piano, sorry, this is on the piano, yes. It just gives it that little bit more just funny sound to it, like, and if you put it all together, what it all sounds like. I don't want to change anything, mainly just for the fact that I haven't done my mixing yet. I didn't do my research for mixing until like week 6. So some of the stuff that I can point out for you is that on my stereo out, normally, I don't know where it's gone, but normally on all my projects, normally it's on my left monitor, but because I'm screen recording, it's just decided to not pop up. You know, it's a bit weird, but you know. Oh, here we go. Normally, that it has a limiter, and I don't know where it's gone. I think it's because when I started the project, I was in not a one that I set up, or my uncle set up even, and it just makes it limit everything, which makes it really difficult to mix, especially since that, like, no matter what you're doing, it's got a limiter on it. So if you want, say, an 808 or a bass to slap, you know, you can't, because it just limits it, which in theory I did not know. I actually didn't realise that I had limiters on at all through all these projects until week 6 that I'm going to show you. I think I have gone back on some of them to, like, just revisit them, add a couple stuff, like all the projects that I'm showing you. Like this one is the, like, couple exceptions of I've made it, I've left it, I don't think about it, because sometimes I do open other projects, but with everything to the because obviously this is what I started with, this is the thing. So if I again mute everything and just solo this is how I started, and did I forget to put stuff back to? Nah. I then added this, and then I added the bass, and then I just added the little licks, which, yeah, just, you know, little. It's a bit early. It's like even now I can just do that. So now it's in time. So. You know what I mean? I haven't opened this, so you're getting live footage of me correcting shit. But yeah, the thing is, like I said before with this, is that I put it in a really weird key, so some of the notes, they just sound like, they don't sound out of key, but they sound out of tune. Like, it sounds like the instrument's not being tuned, which, you know, physically can't be possible because, you know, we're on a DAW. It's not possible. So yeah, this is, I can show you the instruments individually of the stuff I decided to use. For some reason you can't hear that. Oh, it's because it's muted. Duh. But yeah, there's nothing really special about this project. I just made it to make it. Turn this down a bit. That sounds wrong. Yeah, you can really tell that it's not an 808. It's just a regular bass pitched really down. This note, G note, it just sounds wrong. So, like, if I show you again. I mean, it doesn't sound wrong. It just sounds... It's really clashing against this. So, it's, like, really weird. But... I didn't really attempt any kind of structure. Again, I just made it for the sake of making it. Sorry guys, my mum's coming. That was rubbish. Is that Belly Busters?
No. That's Backstreet Burgers.
Doesn't look great.
Would you rather pizza or burger?
Where are you getting it from there?
Well, probably not if you're like...
Well no, but like look.
We're doing meal deals and
My teacher is going to have to listen to this conversation because I'm not editing this. I'm screen recording my projects for my projects. So he's going to have to listen to the fact that we're talking about takeaway. But you're just going to have to deal with that, Gordon. Or Chris or Adam. Why would I say Adam? Cat. Look, if...
Would you want like a meal deal on pizza?
No, it's like... Well, no, but it's just like... Do you not think that... Hold on. Wait. Where is it?
Just pause the recording.
You can't pause the recording. No, you can't. You can stop it and you can start it. Look.
Is that?
Stacks. Like the one that I was talking about before. Does that just not look way nicer?
Yeah, but it's not. I'll have a look, see if it's on. Is that on?
Uber. Yeah, but I could just order it. Or just get me anything. I'm not asked. If you want to, just don't put any effort into it. Sorry about that, guys. Got interrupted. I say guys, singular guy, because it's not going to be multiple people watching this. Why did I just throw my notebook away? Show me all my projects for the weeks. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to show. I've kind of showed everything. I've shown all the projects. I've shown, all the individual tracks. Yeah, not my proudest work, but at the same time, it was week one. You know, I was just getting something wrote down. The thing is, right, is that I can talk quite personally. That like before this, I'd make beats when I really want to make beats, or I've got an idea and then I can't put it to paper. And a lot of this project for me was just getting into the mentality of just making stuff. And because obviously this is future Ruben speaking. This isn't present Ruben when making this, and he would be able to tell you exactly the same thing I just said. Well, I can't find it. Oh no, is it? No, these are on my chords. Ah, there we go. Right. So this is just a little thing to just make with the new drum kits I got. Oh, this is week 2. I do apologise. The stuff I mentioned before. Oh, I muted the hi-hats. What am I doing? Let me unmute these. I really like this hi-hat. I really like the drums just in general. But it's just... I don't know, it was just a very weird track to make, especially with a sample just being really weird. Like if I got rid of the bass, for example. Like it still sounds weird. Like it just sounds out of key, and just like there's not a proper key for it. But yeah, like, give that a little save. So when I export it, these are the changes that have been made. Right, on to the